Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint, your weekday newscast that brings you 5 major stories from the world of business. It's Wednesday, 14th August 2024. My name is Nelson John. A series of explosions in South Korea has prompted discussions in Mumbai about a ban on charging electric vehicles in basements. Alisha Sachdev explains that since EV charging involves high-voltage electricity, such discussions are paramount to the safety of those who live in such buildings. Automakers have been asking for regulations on this front ever since EVs went mainstream in India. The government has taken up the mantle of creating public charging infrastructure, but hasn't formed any regulations about safer charging at home. Here's another EV-related story for you. This time around, it's about BluSmart. If you haven't heard about it, BluSmart is an EV-only cab service operating in NCR and Bangalore. Anmol Jaggi, the founder of BluSmart, is happy with the company's growth and progress. But he has one big problem: the lack of sufficient charging infrastructure. Sumant Banerjee writes that, unlike their petrol and diesel counterparts, BluSmart's EVs have a considerably higher downtime. Moreover, BluSmart also owns its entire fleet, as opposed to a commission-based model by Ola and Uber. This is a capital-intensive setup. In his long story, Sumant lists out the challenges and opportunities for BluSmart. Cab hailing is already a cash-burning business. BluSmart's current business model doesn't allow for much headroom to change a lot at the moment. According to the Securities and Exchange Board of India, or SEBI, a registered investment advisor needs to be at least 21 years old. But SEBI's jurisdiction ends when you type youtube.com. Here teenagers can give you advice too. Sashant writes about kids as young as 13 advising investors to try out futures and options or F&O trading. They boast of turning the share market into a sure market with annual returns of over 36%. While SEBI has strictly dissuaded F&O trading, that doesn't stop these kids from promoting their viewers the moon with their investing tips. It's not just F&O trading that has picked up in India. Take, for example, factor funds. In July, more than 26,000 crore rupees has been invested in this kind of fund. Factor funds track attributes like size, value, momentum, and volatility to try and offer better returns to investors. Deepti Sharma writes about the rise of factor funds, which are growing in size as well as in numbers. These funds have risen more than 15% so far this year, as opposed to the Nifty's 12%. At some point over the last couple of years, everyone started wearing a smartwatch. Watches that showed the time and perhaps date were passé. Now, you can know your heart rate, step count, and even pick up calls with a digital watch. In 2021, more than 12 million smartwatches were sold in India, writes Shovik Das. In 2023, this figure jumped to 50 million. But now smartwatch makers have run into a problem: market saturation. It seems like everyone who wanted one has one. Buyers now only have demand for the expensive watches made by Apple or Samsung. Meanwhile, the demand for cheap smartwatches has cratered. Shovik Das writes that this has become a problem for companies such as Boat and Noise. That's all for today. Thank you for joining. We're eagerly looking forward to our next Top of the Morning episode, which will be packed with fresh business news. Until then, have a great day.